What's good, family? This is your boy, Mike. That's our other boy, Jorge. We are the Boys Podcast.
Hanging with the boys.
Episode 831 out of 19.
Yeah. You're pretty close on that second one, yeah.
I'm getting close, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going with the old podcast and the new one. That's why I like the big number to start. How do I sound?
A
little rough?
A little rough, dude.
I need this thing so bad.
Yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in. This is another episode of Hanging with the Boys. Like always, every week we're here for your ear pleasures.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. I might not sound good. It's because something's always going on in my life.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm like, okay, I got some stuff to do. I leave to Florida this coming weekend. Have a nice mellow weekend. Matt Byton comes into town. Been a childhood friend. It's like, I can't stand him up, you know?
Yeah.
And when Matt Byton comes into town, it's not like, hey, let's grab dinner.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, let's drink at 8 in the morning and play golf and then drink, till midnight.
Yeah.
So I'm usually a good bender, dude. Right? But I like to go to bed at a time.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Staying up's what hurts me, right? So
yeah.
Last night I did good. So today I'm just a little tired, just worn down from the week. But the first night, Byton came into town. We went golfing, had fun, did a bunch of beers, cooked tacos. Next thing I know, it's like 1:30 in the morning and we're in the garage playing darts. And I'm like, oh. Because I still I'm finally hitting that like senior citizens age where I still kind of wake up at like 6. Yeah, I don't want to. But it's like I kind of just start like getting up, I'm like, oh, dude. So I was hurting. And then yesterday we go golfing again and like Brinkley joins us. And those two, it's like there's shots of Fireball in there. That dude, they're hammering beers. And I'm like, oh my God. Then I had to go to my dad's birthday at El Charro. We had Mexican food, and all of those guys did margaritas. I was actually smart.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't get.
Well, because I was already pretty tuned, and those things, like my dad was sent over the edge after his marg. So yeah, it was a rough but fun couple days. We don't get to see Byton a lot now that he's in Texas, and so it was cool catching up with him. A lot of old stories being told, and our riding days, and then fun golfing with him and stuff, and checking in on him and his family. He's got a new little boy, so yeah, it was a good time, but I'm paying for it now.
Yeah.
Jesus.
We actually had Byton on the podcast, the podcast 1.0 version last year around this time. Actually, he was in the area too, and he came over and we did an interview with him, and a lot of people really liked it. So you could go check that out. It's you'll see Matt Byton on there on the thumbnail and stuff like that. But yeah, it's always fun to catch up with friends that are not around too much.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, we've just got a lot of history there. So just even driving around the area, we're like, yeah, dude, remember when we were riding this spot? And now it's like a Target or something now, So yeah, it was cool. But I'm glad it was only a couple days. I'll tell you that much right now. Yeah. I'm glad he's got to go back to work. He got back into riding. He was funny. He was like, dude, you miss it. You miss it so. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I've got enough money. I could go buy a damn bike if I want. He's like, dude, but and I'm like, I don't miss it, dude.
Yeah.
I don't miss riding ramps. Like, if I ever had to ride a ramp again, I'd freaking be so pissed off. So it's like, I don't miss it. And it's funny because I'll post stuff on Instagram, like, like an archive of something, of like riding and Twitch will write that, or Sayers, or all these guys are like, oh, you miss it. I'm like, no, dude, I just don't want to die a virgin. Like, I'm still trying, a lot of chicks don't just like golf stuff. I got to post a moto thing.
Trying to get some positives on the gram, dude.
Yeah.
All you girls out there, hit up the boy.
Yeah. So when I post a dirt bike thing, that's for you guys.
Yeah.
But I truly don't miss it. And I couldn't get that through Byton's head. Because when Byton gets buzzed, I think it sticks in his head.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know you miss it. I'm like, I don't freaking miss it, dude.
I know you don't miss it because like I'll give you shit and be like, dude, just get a motorbike. And even that you don't do.
Yeah.
So I know you don't miss it as far as, just the riding aspect and the danger and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And the working on bikes, loading up to go somewhere.
That does suck.
Yeah. Now, see, when we were stuck in the snow all winter, I was getting like cranky because I couldn't golf. So I know I missed golf. Yeah. But I never once was like, man, it looks like good moto conditions out there. Like,
yeah. I mean, last week I came over, hung out with you for a sec, and then I went riding. So we basically had a week of storms. Dude, I went out there, it was dry.
Yeah. It's like, dude, it goes away within like a day or two, Yeah. So, and just with all the side-by-sides and stuff out there now, it's like it's ruined any tracks we had.
Yeah.
So it's like even if I did have a bike and it was raining, it's like nothing's like fun to me out there no more.
Yeah.
We have one track and it's a little over an hour away. So, yeah, I don't miss it. I like golf.
Yeah. That's the thing that I always had about, because I played sports growing up, like soccer or whatever. So you show up in your jersey, shorts, and then all I got to do is put on socks and shin guards and cleats, and that's it.
Yeah.
in moto, dude, that's like sometimes that's like where I debate. I'm like, dude, it's so hot, it's gonna be dry out there.
Yeah.
Do I really want to go out there and I have to put on boots and gear and everything? Like it's such a like a pain in the ass in a way, just to go out there and I'm not necessarily riding for fun right now. I'm riding to like get in shape and for a goal,
Right.
So it's like, do I really want to be miserable out there just, to go and work out, which I do it anyway. So I make myself do it, but that does suck. And then you got to wash your bike. So I didn't even wash my bike. Now I want to ride this weekend. So I'm going to have to wash my bike like Friday or right before I go out there.
Yeah.
And then go out there.
And it'll get dirty again.
It gets dirty again. Got to come home and wash it. It's a big process. Yeah.
And that's always been my thing is like, now picture doing that, almost every day of your life for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
You're traveling, you're riding, you're washing your bike, you're changing filters, tires. Like, I mean, luckily I had Cliffy. He did a lot of the heavy stuff for me, but man, you just get like I was so burnt out on it.
Yeah.
Like I said, literally the thought of like loading up my bike and loading up a gear bag and going and hitting a ramp like makes me sick.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to do it at
all.
Like,
it does suck.
Yeah.
And I love to ride.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's funny. You like other sports. Imagine being a basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
You get your little gym bag, you get your sneakers in there.
And you just shoot it out. Yeah.
And when you're done, you just put your sneakers that you wore to play in your bag. You get your sweaty shirt off and you're good.
Yeah. And that's what I always say about golf is like, I leave my bag in my truck like 9 times out of 10. So it's like it just stays in there once it's in there. It's like I'm not having to unload it, clean my clubs, clean my grips. Like, dude, it's so easy. And it's like it's fun being out there with like, like when Byton comes into town or anyone comes into town, it's like you can go do that with them.
Yeah.
Right? Like if I have a friend that doesn't ride, I'm not going to take him and go out to a riding spot like a ramp and be like, hey, dude, you want to do this? It's like golf's just such more of like a close friends type of sport. Where moto, you're kind of like, you kind of have to, unless you're really good, you got to do it by yourself, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I mean, I've said it before on the podcast. I'm 100% thankful for moto.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Like, I'm not against the industry. Nothing. I have like all my friends still freaking wear dirt bike kid stuff still at the golf course. It's like I still love everything about it. I just don't like the riding. Like when I went and watched, what was it? I think Salt Lake Supercross last year, and like Twitch and all them were out there jumping. Jared McNeil, a bunch of those guys. It was fun.
Yeah.
Like I like watching it, but like you said, I'm watching Twitch like put on his stuff and doing his stretches, warming up his body. I'm like, like this is way more. I got a freaking draft beer.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
See, I really like riding. I just don't like the whole process of that.
Yeah.
And especially here, like imagine if, I mean, just driving out here, it's a 20-minute drive or whatever. It's not bad. But if it was like groomed and nice track. Mm-hmm. But like to know that I have to get ready and drive an hour to go do that, and then also, I got to make sure I got to drag the family with me just in case I weed myself. I need someone to drive me back home or something. And it's a long drive.
It is.
It's just like a lot just to like ride good conditions.
Yeah. And in reality, you're probably on the bike for like 45 minutes total throughout the whole day if you like count your motos and so it's a lot, man. And yeah, I just got burnt out on it. I will say I've told a bunch of people like if Silver State Raceway was still here, the track I grew up racing, I would probably have a bike
or any track.
I know, but like good Silver State was like Fernley, like the actual sand Fernley. Like I hated that place. I'm not a sand rider, but Silver State had a bitchin' layout. It was like Wednesday night practices, Friday night races were fun. If that was still here, I would do it like for exercise or something. Yeah. But like, just to go buy it, spend 10 grand and get a bike and get it set up and then go ride the Johnson Lane sand pits. It's like, it's not in the cards for me.
Yeah.
You know how much golf shit I can get for 10 grand that lasts way longer?
I mean, I don't know.
I'm probably up to about.
Golf is pretty expensive. Dude, everything is expensive now.
I know, dude. It is. Freaking $15 to fill my truck up there.
Yeah. Why do you get up so early still?
I don't know, dude, because I love sleep and I'm not a morning person, right? Like I'm going to be tired today until probably 1 and then I start getting juiced. It's weird, but it's like I've always been a real light sleeper. So like my sprinklers now with it getting hotter, they come on at 4, right? And it wakes me up every morning.
Okay.
Like I hear it. Dude, I mean, the first night Byton was here, we were pretty much blacked out and I heard the damn sprinklers. I'm like, Jesus, so I don't know. It's weird. And like when I get up, like I said, I don't like open my eyes and just get out of bed. It's like I lay there and toss and turn forever and try to wring it out a little bit. But
yeah. People's sleeping schedule like weirds me out. I'll listen to other podcasts or whatever, and it's like maybe a little bit younger people, not too much, but they have a whole different lifestyle than
Thank God.
me.
Yeah.
But than you, it's kind of close still, but they just live in a different area. And, you know, they're like, I just woke up. It's like 1.
Mhm.
It's like, dude, you sleep. But then they go to bed late. You know, that's why you're kind of on the dad schedule
Yeah.
without having kids or,
Yeah.
I mean, you have your dog that you got to take out and everything like that. But it just kind of, people's schedules are kind of weird.
Yeah. And what is weird is like when I was younger, I don't know if it's like your body going through changes or something, but dude, I couldn't get up before like 11 a.m. Like when I was like early 20s. And like right now, Sean Sinclair's kids, like we'll be at the lake and Michael will come out at like 2 p.m. He's like, dude, I'm so tired. And I'm like, damn, dude, how the hell? But I remember like when I was kind of growing up, like I could not get out of bed.
Yeah.
I'm talking like sleeping, not just laying there being lazy. Like I was, you know, always sleeping. And then I don't know, dude, it's weird. But it like what's weird is like when I would do like Nitro Circus, right? Just 5-6 years ago. Dude, I would make my hotel room like, you know, shades closed.
Yeah.
The beds are comfy,
AC
crank the
on,
AC
yeah.
down. And like if we had like our lobby call was like at noon, I would literally get out of bed at like 11 and like go shower and get ready, you know? So I can still do it, but man, when I'm at home, it's just, I don't know. I like I said, I'm a real light sleeper and stuff wakes me up. And once I'm kind of awake, it's like, I'm screwed.
Yeah. Well, kids need to sleep for sure. I mean, we were just talking about those kids, how they just sprouted out of nowhere. So obviously they need that sleep because they're just growing so much. But yeah, when I was younger, you know, it'd be like summer break. All the kids are on summer right now. I couldn't sleep past 10, even though I wanted to.
Yeah.
But you know, the second I'd hear my dad, like my dad would leave like 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning sometimes. The second I'd hear his truck come back, he'd come home for like to pick up some material for work or something like that. I'm like, oh shit. So I'd like jump out of bed. Like no matter what kind of good sleep I was in, no matter what I was doing, jump out of bed. So like if he came in, he saw me like awake or whatever, and I wouldn't get yelled at.
Yep. I was the same.
So that always happened with me. So it didn't matter. Sometimes he wouldn't come home, so it was good. And sometimes you come home 9, 10 or whatever. But the second I hear his truck, dude, I was out of bed.
Dude, that's so funny you say that too, because I had a couple of those. Because my dad was a car mechanic at Carson City Toyota, so he'd leave at like 7:30 every morning. You know, like you said, summer. I'm like, oh, dude, the house to myself. This is sick. And I'm like, just lazy in bed. And like every once in a while, you'd have to like forgot somebody pop back home at like 10 or something. And I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know, I better freaking act like I'm doing something. Like, so I get exactly what you're saying. They're like, I was stressed out of even. Like my mom came home, she like loved me, so she's like, "Oh, you just rest up," you know. But my dad's like, "What? Get your ass out of bed! What the hell are you doing?" I'm like,
"Yeah, it's 10 o'clock."
Yeah, my business, dude. I stayed up till 3 playing freaking Tiger Woods, man.
Yeah, you're like, what exactly am I going to be doing?
Yeah, I know. Then you get up and just sit there and you're like, "Huh, this is cool."
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. What else do we got? I feel like so much stuff's happened, but I can't think of it.
Yeah, well, you know, a lot of stuff has happened.
Yeah.
This past week.
Yeah.
I went out with Jones on his show.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty cool. Dude, I was ripping because I haven't really driven my truck like anywhere.
Yeah.
I was ripping down there, dude.
It's not good.
Yeah.
So get a speeding ticket, dude.
I mean, I'll take it. You do the crime, you got to pay.
Yeah.
You know?
Do the crime, do the time.
Yeah. No, but it was cool. It was at El Dorado County. They had a fair there.
I saw your post, and it's cool because that's where we go watch those midget car races every year and stay there. So, yeah, that's a bitchin' little fairground there.
Yeah. So we met the guy that runs the whole track. He was pretty cool. We ran into so I saw this cop girl, you know, and she's like kind of super friendly looking, talking to everyone, and I was like, all right, just in my truck, you know, it's super hot, so I had the AC on. And then right before the show, I was running like the mixing board and the audio and all that kind of stuff, and I go over there and she grabs me. I was like, what the? It's like a cop, you know.
She knew you were speeding.
She had she knew I was ripping down there, gun on her hip and everything. So I was like, what the heck? And I turn around and look at her name tag and it said Windham.
Oh, yeah.
So it was Windham's,
Jake's wife?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah. And she's like, remember me? I'm all, hell yeah. You know, like I just didn't like put 2 and 2 together.
Right.
And then plus they're in Sacramento.
Yeah.
And then she's like out of county.
Yeah.
You know, which makes sense because she's a cop. So that was pretty cool. So talked to her for a little bit. And they had a booth there for the fair, for the police station there. So all the police officers and everything sat there and watched a little bit.
Yeah, cool.
So I don't know. It was a cool event.
How'd the show go?
Yeah, it was good.
Cool. Was it just Jones riding?
And Destin Cantrell.
Okay, yeah.
Which was cool because I haven't seen him for a long time. So, you know, him and his brother were out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good show. A lot of people in the stands.
That's
So
cool. Yeah.
yeah, it's just a cool thing to do. I haven't done something like that in a while, so just cool to get out there. And then also just coming home and being able to be back home that night, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Go do the show and then come back.
Yeah, it's always cool. Like it's kind of a weird feeling doing like locally shows because you like when we would do like Reno Nitro Circus. I'm so used to like going to a hotel bar or something and like you're like, I'm in bed. I just wrote a show in front of 10,000 people and now I'm in my own bed. It's like it's always kind of a trip.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I get ready to go to Florida. We're doing a 2-day golf tournament for short par 4 this weekend, and I just looked at the weather and it's 95 degrees. They're in a heat wave.
Ooh, 95 and humid.
And Florida's 95. Like I would take 95 here any day.
Really?
I'm gonna. Yeah, it's dry. It feels hot, but it's like Florida, dude. Like I'm afraid because I think there's like some girls golfing there too, and I'm afraid like my butt's gonna be all sweaty. And
we're black.
Then it'll be even hotter though.
Nah,
there's like no fine line there. So yeah, I'm stressed out about that.
Yeah,
but
hydrate.
I will.
Yeah, coconut water.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I was thinking CLs. It's golf, dude.
I mean, that's the opposite of hydrating.
Yeah, so looking forward to that, but that's just a quick trip, and then I've actually got a pretty mellow July.
When do you get back from that?
Monday.
Okay, so we'll have the podcast next week. Yeah, we'll talk all about
it, how sweaty I was,
how sweaty you were, and all that.
Do
you think that girls also get nervous
about sweat?
About like just all that stuff you're getting nervous about?
I don't think so because they get to golf in like little skirts.
Yeah, but they're like the skirts are like, I don't know what skirts, like shirt or skirts and shorts
in them.
Yeah.
Yes, they got double layer.
So when they hit, the skirt flies up and you can see the cheeks in the back. Yeah. What if it's just all like sweaty? They probably get, It's good for us, but for them, they're probably getting nervous about that.
I don't think there's no way in hell anyone there won't be sweaty.
Yeah.
Because like you said, 95 in Florida with, however much the humidity is, I don't know, 80, 90%, it's going to be hot. But there's thunderstorms in the forecast, which I love. So I'm looking forward to it, though. It's cool. Short par 4 has done a lot for me over the years. They're a good group of dudes. It's like a fun tournament, right? Like it's not like I'm just going there to golf. It's like Ryder Cup style. And so I think it's 2 days, and each day they'll kind of do like a different style of the tournament. And I have a partner. So yeah, it's fun. I'm looking forward to getting out there, seeing the boys. And then I'm also looking forward to July, just being able to kind of like chill out. I don't know what happened, but like I said, April on, it felt like it was just like.
Well, if we know anything about like your schedule so far, something in July will pop up.
100%.
And you'll get busy, but that's always a good thing, though.
Yeah. I'll sit here for a week and then be like, I got to go somewhere bored. Yeah. But right now it sounds good. Yeah. Like I said, even this week, I didn't have nothing to do, but Biting pops into town. So it's like, then you're hanging out for a couple days. And so, yeah, it's been a lot, but looking forward to some downtime. Hopefully actual summer weather would be nice.
Yeah.
We went golfing the other day. It was like 60 and windy, and it felt like it was like 30.
Yeah, it's chilly, dude.
And I'm like, dude, it's almost July.
My kid has a running camp, all like a cross-country track type deal. And it's been chilly in the morning. I'm sitting there, I'm all
I know. Cold. It's weird because I'm like still thinking, in my mind, it's summer.
Yeah.
Like I know everyone's like, it's not till June 21st or whatever,
Oh, okay.
Like, once May and June hit, I'm like, it's summer, dude.
That is today.
Yeah, I know. So first day of
summer. All right, nice.
So yeah, looking forward to just some good weather. Probably do a little barbecue or something on the 4th. And dude, I actually, don't quote me on this, even though it's on the camera. I'm gonna try and take it a little easier in July.
We're gonna quote you.
Okay. And when I say that, I mean like Friday to Sunday beers is fine, but this Friday to the next Friday through Sunday on the Monday beers kind of starts to hurt a little bit.
And then maybe Wednesday happens.
Yeah.
I know.
So Brinkley's moving soon. He's got to go get his restaurants fired up in Myrtle Beach. So that'll be like a good thing. Our buddy Gil got a job. So that'll be a good thing. So it's like, I'm kind of slowly getting like, but then what happens is our buddy Zevi, he's a firefighter. So he'll have like Tuesday through Thursday off. And he's like, dude, should we golf and drink more?
Really? During the summer?
Well,
isn't that when he gets busy?
No, their schedules for firefighters just in general is like they work like 3, get 2 off no matter what. Oh, okay. So he could work, true. He could work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, have Monday, Tuesday. You know what I mean? So his schedule just always is bouncing around, and he's part of the reason why. Like, luckily now he's got a chick and like a little stepson, so that's giving me a break. But man, there was times like he would have like 4 days off for some reason, and he would just stay on my couch and wake up every morning and just start ripping. I'm like, dude,
see, you need to hang out with me more. I don't do none of that.
I know. I'm about to move into your house and freaking lock all the doors.
I'm an angel.
For
those people that don't know what Short Par 4 is, real quick, it's a subscription based like box apparel for like golf. So you can get different stages.
Yeah.
This is not sponsored, by the way, but it could be.
Could be.
Should be.
Yeah, we're getting there.
But yeah, so basically, because I used to do it when I had like a corporate job. So it kind of killed two birds with one stone because I was like, all right, I'm going to get polos for golf, but then also polos for work because I had to dress up.
Yeah.
So it worked out pretty good like that. But then, I canceled it.
Yeah.
Didn't work there no more and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so basically you could there's like 3 tiers you could pay into. And then every month you get a box with like polos, maybe some shoes, belts, pants, whatever golf apparel wise. And that way it takes the guessing away from like you having to go to the store and buying stuff that you just get stuff and you're like, oh, that's cool. Because that's like the hard thing about shopping sometimes. You'll go and you look at something and you're like, nah, I don't know about that or whatever. But if you get it in a box as like, not a gift because you bought it, but kind of like that, you might grab it and be like, oh, that's cool. Because it's like, you didn't pick it.
That's how I always am. I'm always like that with everything, like I'll look at something, I'm like, I can't see myself wearing that. But then it shows up in the mail. I'm like, hell yeah, throw it on and wear it right to the golf course. I'm like, God, you're so weird.
Yeah. No, well, that happens to me too. So
I'm a finicky shopper.
But yeah.
So yeah, they're a great company. Like I said, they've done a lot for me, and I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to the next podcast. I'm gonna have so much to talk about.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'll think of something.
I hope grow related.
Oh God. What if I get slapped because I started butt sweaty or something?
I mean, that's pretty good too.
Pretty cool.
Dude, I saw a video last night. It was a TikTok. It was hilarious. And I sent it to one of my buddies and he wrote back and he's like, dude, that chick's everywhere. So it must be like a popular girl. Nothing like too special, but she's still good looking and everything. So she had them things hanging out, whatever. And she hits the ball and the guy's all, damn, those are some great tits or something like that. And then he's all, I mean, that was a great shot, but it was like hilarious. Yeah. So maybe you pull one of those stunts out.
Yeah. I mean, you never know when you get buzzed.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So hitting I don't know how aware you've been the last few days, but hitting the airwaves right now is a little submarine, the Missing Titanic Submarine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're going on day 3 today.
And there's like billionaires on it and shit.
Yeah, $2 billion. I think that's kind of why we're hearing about it. Or the fact that the government gave Ukraine $6.1 billion extra when they shouldn't have.
That's our money.
So maybe it's a cover up. You know how that is. All stories come out when other things come out and they're trying to deflect it.
Yeah.
Different directions.
Remember like one of our first pods, I had the conspiracy about the Titanic.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of rich people on it and the thing went down.
Yeah. So day 3. So I think as of yesterday, they had about 40 hours left of air in there before they run out and die, basically. So critical, obviously, today to find them. If not, then by tomorrow, I'm thinking it's a little too late.
Dude, and that's like my biggest fear. Can you imagine being like this little freaking thing? I think they're 11 miles down or something?
Yeah, they're 12,000 feet down.
Okay. I don't know conversions, but
yeah.
Can you imagine, that's like, I'm already kind of claustrophobic and now you're stuck down at the bottom of the ocean. Oh dude, I would just have a heart attack and probably lock up.
Well, what's funny is a lot of people are saying, how they close it is from the outside. So it's like they like screw it or shut it from the outside, not from the inside.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you're in a submarine 12,000 feet below water or like underwater. If you open it, you're just going to die anyways.
Yeah.
Like, why would it matter if it opens from the inside or the outside?
Right. Maybe it's like a seal thing. I don't know. Like,
but I mean, because I saw a graphic and it showed like, the sperm whale is like one of the biggest animal in the sea or whatever. And that only goes so far down. And then it shows like the graph was showing like the Empire State Building upside down, how far it went down.
Yeah.
And then the giant squid or whatever, and then the sperm whale, and then after that there's nothing, and then at the very bottom at 12,000 feet is the Titanic, and that's where they were going.
Yeah,
and that little submarine's rated for like 13,000 feet.
That's sketchy, dude.
Yeah,
like that whole thing, like I said, just makes me have panic attacks.
Yeah, so there's a lot of talks about it was unsafe to begin with. It's being ran by, they control it with like a PlayStation controller, basically.
Oh, gnarly.
Yeah, like a iPad and a PlayStation controller to move it. Definitely wasn't safe. But it said it was lost 45 minutes after it went down. So I don't know how they lose it or they just lost contact or whatever.
Yeah.
And it would take them 2 hours to get down to where they were supposed to.
Yeah.
So
So they're
Something
either
happened.
sitting on the bottom or they're just floating out in freaking the water out of control.
Well, so they've been, going around in the area that it was supposedly in, and they've through sonar they've been getting some knocks. So like every hour they've been getting knocks. So they're saying that that's probably them knocking on it. So it's like, well, what's the holdup?
Yeah.
If you're getting that, get down there and check it out.
Get a damn metal detector, dude. Sweep
Just
the
a
area.
big ass one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, God, that's scary.
Yeah. So that's 2 billionaires on there. One of the billionaires has a kid with him, his son or whatever, and then the other billionaire has a stepson that he was at the Blink-182 concert last night.
Oh, really?
Just chilling. Yeah.
Well, they're down. Yeah. Way down lost.
Yep.
Gnarly.
So that's going on. But dude, I don't know. If I was a billionaire, that would definitely not be a thing I'd be doing.
No, not at all. Like I said, that's my biggest fear. Like, I'm afraid of the ocean, period.
Oh yeah.
Like, even if it was like hooked to a chain and we were just getting lowered down to look and I saw like a sperm whale, I would freak out. Because like the ocean the whole vibe of the ocean trips me out.
Yeah.
We're from the desert, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that was so foreign to us.
Well, in California, there was like a last week or something like that, a humpback whale sucked up 2 kayakers. You see that? Dude, they're kayaking and the whale came up and sucked them up and went down, and I think it realized like, what the hell was that? And it spit them out.
And they come flying out. Dude, that'd be gnarly. Were they alive?
Yeah.
Whoa. So they like actually got to see the insides and then came back
Yeah,
out?
just the mouth. I don't think it like swallowed them. It was just in the mouth and then it spit it out.
That would be so trippy.
Dude.
Yeah, I can't remember if I've said it on the pod before or not, but the first year we went to Australia, because they were always really good about lining something up for us to do.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like we went skydiving one time, but where our show was right on one of the parts of the Great Barrier Reef. And they're like, yeah, you guys are gonna stay on a boat for 3 days. You can snorkel, do whatever. And me and Jones are like, dude, we ain't snorkeling, dude. Screw that, But I had the talk with myself, and I'm like, okay, dude, like I'm on one of the 7 wonders of the world. I'm like, I should do it. So we had like a little dinghy. I like that word. Me and Jones hop in it, and we're kind of both panicking and shit. But we go out just a little ways. I mean, our main boat that we're staying on is, a couple hundred feet from us. So we go out just a little bit off that and dive down. And like, as I'm looking, I'm like, this is a trip. Like, I'm actually really glad I did it.
Yeah.
Just the way the reef is, and like, all this stuff just pulsating off it, tons of like schools of fish. And I'm like, kind of still gnarly, So I'm swimming, taking it all in. And then I get to a spot and I look, dude, and it's literally like the abyss. Like the reef ends and it's just like a black hole down there. And all I can picture is like a whale's mouth or, something coming up at me. I'm like, I'm going to turn around and go back to the boat.
Yeah.
Dude, I pop up and I'm like, it felt like I was like 5 miles from our little dinghy. I'm like, oh shit, dude.
Like you traveled quite a bit.
Yeah, because I was, I was so lost, and the current kind of took me, dude. And I just start freaking dog paddling all the way. Because it's like coming down your driveway at night when you think something's chasing you.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I felt, and I'm not a good swimmer, so I'm like, oh my God, I got back on the boat and cracked a beer, and Jones like, dude, that was sick. I'm like, no, it wasn't. I don't ever want to see that shit again.
Well, it was sick till you panicked.
Yeah, and it's a trip because we're out in the middle of the ocean, and where the reef is, the water's like 4 feet deep.
Yeah.
It's all obviously huge, way under it, but just the way the reef sits, it's like, dude, it's right there. Like I was right on the reef, but the second that thing, stopped, I'm like, oof.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. So, that's what I've always said, dude. Like, you don't mess with Mother Nature. Like water, fire, like all that kind of stuff, dude. It'll take you out.
Yeah. Well, and like in water, you just feel so helpless, right?
Yeah.
Like if something's coming after you, dude, I mean, maybe Michael Phelps could do it, but I can't. You know what I mean? I can't go swimming past, like, get away from something. And it's not even like, I don't think, like, I'm not afraid of get like a shark bite me or something, It's more just the shit out there. Like if I saw like a squid or, like a little jellyfish hit my like goggle lens one time, I'm like, there's just weird stuff out there that I don't like.
Dude, when we were in Tahiti, we were doing the same thing, and I was like swimming, and I had a fish like fucking charging me. And I like, it's so stupid, but I was like, oh, like kind of nervous.
Yeah,
but it was like a little ass fish.
Yeah.
And I was like taking photos underwater, and it was like right in front of me, and I'm like, cool. So taking photos, and they would like charge at me and then like go around and then come back.
Yeah.
And I was, it kind of like spooked me because I was like, this is kind of weird. What do I do?
Yeah. And I don't know if you were next to me in Tahiti, but we saw that big ass turtle.
Yeah.
Like we were swimming, we look, and there's just this huge turtle down there. I'm like, yee.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. A lot of things blend into the reef. So you don't even know really what's out there.
What, yeah. It was awesome. We went to Hawaii last November, I believe. My first time ever in Hawaii, and It was beautiful. The golf was awesome. But we went out in the ocean one day, and Bub's like, dude, I love the ocean so much. I'm like, I'm not going to lie. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I love looking at it. Like, it's beautiful, right? But so we're like, we grab a beer and we go out I'm like, I always go like waist level. That's about my stand. Dude, and we're sitting there and Bub's all saying, dude, this is sick, this and that. And all of a sudden, like a periscope turtle's head sticks out, like right by us. And Bub's like, whoa. And I'm like, oh, dude. And I went running out of the water because you didn't see it anywhere. And all of a sudden, its head just popped up and it was like from you to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, God.
Yeah. He's like, what's going on out here?
Yeah. He took a little look and then dived back down and took off. I'm like, dang it.
Nah, yeah. There's a lot of like mysterious shit in the sea.
Yeah. And
it's scary. But like for me, like what you were saying, I'm not the strongest swimmer. Mm-hmm. So, you know, if I was Michael Phelps or like, you know, like the surfers are out there, they just like love it and enjoy it because they have that confidence of like, it's not even on their mind of the swimming part. They're just enjoying everything.
Yeah.
But like for someone that is not that strong at swimming, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to drown out here.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what I'm thinking about, trying to save myself, not really swimming out there with a shark, you know?
Yeah, I don't want to drown. I don't want to get eaten by anything. Like, I don't want stuff touching me. You know, like I said, jellyfish, and they're creepy little things, man. Yeah.
But, you know, things that billionaires will do.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd rather be in a private jet going to, like, Pebble Beach.
Yeah.
That sounds a lot safer than being lost at 12,000 feet below the ocean.
Absolutely. Yeah. But speaking of billionaires, billionaire family looking for a living dog nanny. And they're offering $128K per year.
I'm in.
Sign me up. Sign me up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love dogs.
So they live in a district in London called Knightsbridge, and I guess is one of the richest area in London. So it's not a bad deal. Obviously, they're billionaires. Mm-hmm. I don't know, like sign me up, but it's like one of those things where you're gonna be traveling. You know, they're like, hey, the dogs want to go see Egypt tomorrow, so you're going. You're like, all right, cool.
Dude, that's like the dream job. I would love that.
But it's kind of weird though, don't you think? Because I kind of see it from the perspective of like, you need a nanny for your dogs that is like live with you, travels, does all this other stuff. Like, what exactly are you doing?
That's what I was.
So you basically have the dogs, and you're rich enough to be like, well, you know, I want someone to take care of the dogs, but I'm not really like around the dogs because otherwise, why would you need a nanny like that?
Yeah, I always think of stuff like that. I'm like I can leave my dog in the house for 5 or 6 hours while I'm golfing. Mm-hmm. Nothing happens, right? Like, dude, you feed her, give her water, take her for a walk, she's fine.
Yeah.
It's like how hard, even if you're, you know, completely busy, surely you have 20 minutes in the morning to give the dog food and walk it, and then it'll probably just lay there and sleep anyways.
Yeah.
But we're not rich. We don't know.
So it's almost like, why do you even have dogs?
Yeah.
But
I hate people like that. Not so much that, but, you know, like off my backyard here, these neighbors have dogs, and they all day 24/7 they're in the backyard.
Yeah. And
they're barking all day, and like I've never seen them like walk them or, you know, not even go out and throw a ball for them. And I'm like, why do you even have dogs?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell's like? My dog's like my little best friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, kiss her, pet her all the time, give her treats. You know, and it's like I always trip out when people have dogs and just leave them in a cage out in the backyard.
Yeah.
I'm like,
wow. Well, these guys are wealthy enough to like hire someone to take care of their dogs, but at the same time, what's the point of that? Yeah. But cool. Yeah. I mean, congratulations, whoever gets that job.
Dude, I know, right?
Sounds bitchin'.
That's what I'm saying. That's a dream job for me. I'll take care of so many dogs.
Yeah. Speaking of the ocean, dude.
Oh, no.
I should have came into this one, but we're talking about billionaires.
Yeah.
You know, you got to pick your battles here sometimes.
Yeah. I like it.
But so there was some fishermen. There was a tournament over in Morehead City. Sounds like a city that we'd like.
I like Morehead.
Yeah. Doesn't sound that bad. So it was the Big Rock Blue Marlin tournament.
Okay.
Right? These guys caught a blue marlin that weighed 619 pounds.
Yikes.
So basically they were in first place to win $2.77 million.
Dang.
To win the tournament. So there's like this the rule that basically it says like if your fish is mutilated, but like open wounds or something like that, they don't count that. So basically, I think this fish had like a cut on its head because a shark or some other fish like bit it, but it was alive. It wasn't like dead or anything like that.
Right.
And they got it. So when they checked it out, they're like, oh, disqualified.
Oh my God.
So you're disqualified. You got the biggest fish. And you got $277 million in the bag.
Yeah.
And they disqualify you because your fish was bit
by
something else.
Yeah.
It's not like you went in the water. It's also like if you like, if you're catching it, it hits your propeller, and your propeller like cuts
Chews
it
it
up,
up a
or
little bit.
something like that.
Yeah.
So I understand that, but like, how do you have no say in like another fish biting your fish?
Sounds like some cheap assholes to me.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, hey, oh look, it's like on YouTube. If you like say one wrong cuss word or something, they can like demonetize you or whatever it's called. You know, I'm like, that's BS. I'd be so, but that's why I'm afraid of the ocean. There's a 600-pound thing out there just swimming around in it. You know what I mean? Like,
with a pointy nose.
Yeah. Like we did Alaska when I was on Nitro Circus, and we did a halibut trip, and we freaking got on the deck 110 pounder.
Damn.
And it was like they had to put a shotgun through its head to kill it, because
Really?
usually it'll just bat the little ones to like knock them out. Dude, we had to shotgun it, and it's on the deck. Like, dude, I was trying to hold it. It's heavy as hell. I'm like,
did the shotgun don't go through the boat? Like his head in the boat?
no, because when you reel them in, they shoot them in the water.
Oh.
But the one, like I caught a littler one, like 50 pounds, and dude, it was flopping on the deck, and the dude had a little mini like freaking bat. He just beat the shit out of it till it died.
Dude.
Yeah, but then it was kind of like,
dude, all the animal lovers are gonna hate this episode.
I know, but it's like so creepy because like when you take a picture with it, you like put your hands in its gills, and hold it like that. So like even though it was pretty much dead, I was holding it. And it's like all warm in there, and like it was like kind of still pulsing a little bit, and I'm like, yeah, dude.
Was it you that was telling me on that same trip? So basically, they cut it up and they just freeze dry it and mail it to you.
Yeah,
that's sick.
Yeah, so we were there. We caught the halibut. They actually gave us like a little bag of it, and we went and just like, because we were camping. We like got a motorhome, stayed by the Kenai River, and dude. So I mean, we had 8 hours earlier we caught this thing, and now we're already just sitting there like, no, dude, it was so like fresh and good. And then the next day we floated the river and hung out. The next day we flew out. And when I got home, we had like 50 pounds of halibut on my deck, all filleted up for vacuum sealed. Yeah, so it was bitching. I think it wasn't even expensive either. I want to say it's like I don't know. I could be wrong. I thought it was like $300 or $400 a person on the boat, but they guarantee you like you're gonna come home with like 50 pounds or whatever. 25 pounds maybe it was. I can't remember. But yeah, it was like awesome, dude. Like fresh fish, dude. Like I freaking had halibut for like a year and a half after that, because there's so much, dude. Like my whole freezer was all of it. So
well, what's crazy about that, I didn't even know halibut grew to be over 100 pounds.
Yeah, it's so big, dude.
Yeah.
Scary, like ugly looking little shits. Too.
Yeah. They're the flat ones, huh?
Flat. Their eyes are like on one side of their head or something. Yeah. So
the boat named Sushi ended up winning because they were in second place. They caught a fish, a marlin, for 484.5 pounds.
Damn, dude.
So imagine being the winners.
Yeah.
Your fish was way bigger.
Yeah.
For one.
Yeah. 200 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
And you freaking lose out on the sack, dude. That sucks.
Dude.
Ah, man. I would go to the rules officials and have a word with them.
I mean, I'd be fighting someone probably.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be invited back for sure.
No, hell no. That's probably why we're not invited.
Yeah.
They probably listen to this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys are off the list.
Yeah. Plus, we don't really know how to fish.
I don't know how to fish at all.
Yeah.
Plus, if I caught that thing, I'd probably throw the pool in the water and freaking hit the deck. Be so scared.
That's a wild thing, yeah, to catch that 700-pound animal that is in his prime element, which is water, swimming, super strong, and you're just on a boat just fighting it the whole time.
Well, and then what trips me out too is like they have fishing poles and fishing line and all this stuff that can withstand that.
Yeah,
because you have the drag of the water, right? Like the current. You have a 600-pound fish on the line. Because I don't know what theirs was, but like when we caught the 110-pound halibut, it was like a 20-minute reel because you got to wear the fish out, right?
Yeah.
So like we'd reel and then let it pull out a little bit and then reel. And I think Bubs was actually on the line. Dude, and he was all bruised up because you get like a little harness. And dude, he was like bruised for like a week after.
Yeah. Just
because of the weight of it and like the strain of it. So that's like trips me out that there's a like 500-pound heavier fish that something withstood. You know?
You know what's gnarly about that statement is that you never think about it, but fish get tired.
Yeah. Hell yeah, they do.
They're all swimming, swimming, and then they're like, oh, let me take a break. I'm winded right now.
Yeah, and they get a hook in their mouth. No, I got to fight this bastard. I'm out of here. And then they're tired.
Yeah.
And then we'll shotgun.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Good, though.
Well, I mean, we don't know what animals feel, but they say fish don't really think that much.
They kind of seem like a dumb species to me. I mean, dude, you can like catch one, put a hook through its mouth, take it out, throw it back in, then you'll catch it again. What are you doing, dude?
Yeah. Didn't you learn the first time?
Yeah. Don't you know this is like just a freaking bait?
I don't know. I think I go to I took the boys to a little fishing spot. I think I got all the smart fish because they would just eat my bait and then leave them.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on here? Couldn't
Dude,
catch it.
Not that I'm like a gnarly, like, what am I trying to say? Like animal lover type person, right? Like you got to eat cows and shit, right? Like everything's got to kind of go through the food chain process. But one time I caught a fish, dude, and I'm like, it was just a little guy out of topaz, and I'm reeling it in. And when I get it up there, my hook went through his eye.
Oh,
Like I didn't catch his like
yeah.
lip, you know? Dude, and I was pulling it out of his eye, and his eye like falls out, and he's still alive. And I'm like, shit, poor little dude. Like
Yeah.
I hosed him right there. Like at least the roof of your mouth will heal.
Yeah.
Popped his damn eye. I was like, oh man.
They look like the alligator in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, dude chugs his hand.
Oh man, dude, Nevada brothel.
Yes.
Thank God for you guys doing God's work.
What they do?
A Nevada brothel, the Chicken Ranch over in Vegas, is offering the Stanley Cup winners, the Golden Knights, free orgies.
Whoa.
One of the ladies there said, "We are waiting to treat the Knights to any and every carnal delight."
Dang.
And she says, "The brothel's all yours, boys, free of charge."
God, can you imagine a bunch of hockey players all hammered in there?
Dude.
That'd be Sergeant Slaughter, dude.
Yeah. And then she also suggested getting like a VIP card and giving it to the whole team. And that way they could go in there for free whenever they wanted.
God, I hope none of them are married. There's going to be so many wives at the front door of that thing all pissed off. Or maybe joining.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I don't know if you guys knew, me and Mace actually intern as towel boys. So I don't know if that applies to like the whole Golden Knights org or just the players.
Yeah.
So.
And we'll watch dogs there too. We just want to be invited.
Yeah.
We want to do something in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been in a couple in my day. Pretty fun. Way cheaper back in the day too.
How come the ones here in our area never give out free stuff to anybody?
Yeah, like why isn't X Games bigger? Freaking win a gold medal and they offer me the VIP.
Yeah.
No, they take half your paycheck and freaking I last 1 minute. It's not even worth it.
Because they did that to Jimmy G because he was going to the Raiders. So they offered him that. But I mean, obviously the good dude's a model.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, we want him. And then now like these big 6-something, just burly
throttlers, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hockey players.
Girls are gnarly, huh? They're way gnarlier than we think.
Yeah.
Cool. Like you said, bless their little hearts.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Thank God we got them.
Yeah.
Might have to go there soon, dude. I'm running out of options around here.
I would be like, if I was like any team, you know, like the Suge Knight interview when he's like, if you don't want your manager dancing up in the videos, doing all this, come to Death Row.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like every Vegas team should be like, you want to come to Vegas, get drunk, gamble, get free brothel.
Come to the Chicken Ranch.
Come to the Raiders.
Yeah.
Come to the A's.
Yeah.
What else? The Golden Knights.
Like you said, dude, we might have to look into interning somehow. I'll do it.
I can get you a job.
Can you?
Yeah.
Really? Doing what?
I don't know. We could do something.
You didn't sound very confident right there.
Yeah. I always thought of, you know, like there's been always big events that happen and they're super overpriced, everything. And so like in Leo Messi supposedly signed with Miami FC for the MLS. So he turned down that $200 and something million bag over in Saudi.
Yeah.
And he wants to come to Miami, the United States. And I get it. It's, you know, the culture, everything's probably like way cooler than going to Saudi.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know what his signing deal is or whatever, but supposedly the tickets for MLS game here in the United States in Miami have gone up 1,000%.
I bet, dude.
Yeah. And it's like, dude, that sucks. Like we like normal people want to go watch.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you know,
trying to make it like a red carpet event now or something. You know, you're like, damn it.
So like, you know, prices on everything just skyrocket when certain things like that happen.
Yeah. That's what's good about Moto. It's usually pretty standard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like now the Deegan, Danger Boy, Jet Lawrence, now that they're huge names, you don't like see Supercross tickets going like $500. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like you still want like the real fans to go, and the real fans are not necessarily super loaded all the time.
Well, and then I mean, we've always done it because like we did Nuclear Cowboys back in the day, and the ticket prices were kind of steep, right? And we're like, dude, but if you bring, let's say you have 2 to 3 kids, so there's 5 tickets, you know, food in the venue, drinks, whatever, dude, you're like almost $1,000 down by the freaking time this thing's over. It's like $1,000 goes a lot further, than a 90-minute dirt bike show. You know what I mean? So.
Well, I was listening to this guy and he was talking about in LA. So he's talking about going to the theater. Him and he has 3 kids, so 4 people. Tickets, snacks, and he was talking about like $150, and then I think to like valet is another $100 or something like that. So he's looking at $250, maybe $300 just for one night out.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's pretty steep, but you know, it's understandable. It's kind of LA.
Yeah.
You kind of understand it. So we went to the theaters this weekend and watched that new Transformer movie, and I think tickets were around $65 for 4 of us.
Yeah.
And then another $40 at the concession, which is just 1 soda, 1 large popcorn, a pretzel, and I think that was it.
Yeah.
And you know, so we're looking at, you know, 100 something bucks right there.
Yeah.
Just
to watch the movie for a little bit.
Yeah, and that's in our area, which I consider a lot cheaper than LA.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, we don't have the charge to like valet parking or all that. We could just park wherever, so that's cool. But yeah, dude, everything's been going up. I had a point to the bringing up that Messi thing, which we were talking about Vegas, but I totally forgot it.
Forgot it.
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but yeah. I had a good point to that. But but just prices going up on everything.
Yeah, yeah, it's gnarly, dude. I think it was Derek Berlew one day sent me a text or something, and it was like him, his wife, his kids, some couple snacks here and there, and bowling. Like they do like 3 games, and it was like $300.
Holy
for bowling, dude.
Yeah.
Like I want to actually go to Carson Lane's on like the Monday and see if they still have like dollar bowling or like what their prices are, because I haven't been there since like pre-COVID, I think.
Yeah, it's under new ownership. I don't know if you saw that, but yeah, little things like that. It's probably gone up a little bit, but yeah, that's where you got to go. Like I know the movie theaters have like cheap movies on Tuesdays, so you got to take advantage. But most of the time, it's like your kids are in school during the week. Yeah. Yeah, during summer is cool, but during school time, how do you do that? You go by yourself? Like I'm just gonna go by myself.
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
it's scary. Yeah, it's a trip, dude. It's crazy how shit just like I listened to this podcast and he actually broke it down. It's like we have way more technology now to make stuff way easier and way cheaper, and everything's like the most expensive it's ever been. You know, like back in the day, it was like actual like manual labor to make something, so I can kind of get that. But it's like now, dude, they're like you buy a 3D printing machine, you can make a bunch of shit and then sell it for freaking, $10,000 or something. So it's crazy, like how much everything is now, dude. It just sucks. Yeah. So like they're hosing the middle class, Jorge. That's us.
There's no middle class.
There's not.
No.
What are we?
Well,
upper echelon.
Yeah.
Should we go to look at the Titanic?
No.
You're scared.
I'm actually surprised that there's no better way to do that.
I know, right?
It kind of made it sound like that's experimental and 2 billionaires are involved, so like let's do it. It's like, how is there no submarine that's already just does normal trips? Well, and I was even saying, it's like, because that's so far down, like losing communications could happen very easy, right? It's like, why don't you have a boat and have like a cable attached to it, and drop it down. They can hang out there for 2 or 3 days, whatever they want to do. Yeah, that's a long ass cable. You just reel them up. Yeah. I just told you, dude, technology. Yeah. It's out there. I think they want to kill these billionaires. I think they're trying to deflect what's going on. What's going on? I don't know. You don't know? No. I just told you I was drinking all week. I'll tell you what's going on. Wyndham Clarke. That was sick. I do know that. He captures his first major championship with a even par at the LACC course. Bump for Ricky. Yeah. Beat out Ricky. Rory McIlroy. I guess this is direct quote from where I got it. Yeah. Who couldn't sink a putt when he needed to. Yeah. It's pretty harsh. But no, that's everyone said it. Me and Bubs always say, like, Rory, like, I think back in his prime, he was such a good putter. Like, that's all those dudes hit the ball pretty much the same. Yeah. Right. But it's who can make the putts when they need to. And man, like, we watched a little bit of it the other night, and like Rory misses everything. And Wyndham Clarke was having good bogey saves and then, making birdies when he had to. And Rick just shit the bed. He was all over he looked like me out there, like, Rick or Rory? Ricky. Oh. Like, I was talking about both of them. Oh, okay. Like, Rory should have won it, but he couldn't make no putts. Wyndham won it because he was making those putts. And then Ricky I think he shot 5 over the last. I think if I was pretty buzzed, but I think if Ricky shot even like those two did, he won it. Because he was 11 under. Yeah. And Wyndham won at 10 under, I believe. So it's like, that's got to hurt, knowing that all he had to do is manage his game. Like, dude, literally just hit to the middle of the greens and 2-putt everything. Yeah. And get birdies when you can, And they just fell apart. So who's this Wyndham guy?
I don't honestly know much about him. I know he's had some struggles throughout his career. Pretty sure he came from Korn Ferry, which is like the B tour, the kind of stepping stone. And I got to dig into it a little more because like he just won for the first time like a month ago.
Okay, but he's been on the tour. He's not like just a nobody that just.
No, he's been on the tour for a little bit now, but not long. And he's kind of one of those dudes that like he had to get results to stay on the tour, right? Like he's not hadn't been a consistent like top 10 guy, get a bunch of FedEx points, stay in the world rankings, whatever. He was kind of like on that verge, and then like I said, he was getting close. For the last couple months, playing some good golf, and then he won the Wells Fargo, and then dude, he just won his first major.
Yeah,
so that's huge, dude. That's so much like his career is set now. Like when you win a major, you pretty much you can always play that major again, no matter what. Like you could quit golf and still be invited
and just come back. Yeah.
I don't know how majors. I think majors give him 5 years exemption, where like winning in his tour event gave him 2. So now it's like he has 5 years where he's on the tour no matter what.
Okay.
And that's huge. Dude, $4 million to win. That's huge. I think he made like $2 million in his whole career. And in the last, I think 6 weeks, when he won both these events, he's made like $9 million.
Yeah.
So it's like, it just changes his life.
That's living right there.
And dude, I'm telling you, like he'll play, now that he's freed up, I guarantee you he plays better golf throughout.
Yeah.
Because you don't have that stress of grinding. And who knows what the, incentives were for his sponsors. Who knows what sponsors pop up now? It just changes your life.
Yeah.
So it's always cool. Like, I love the Rory stories, like win another major. Like I think he's got like 4 now. That would have been cool. Ricky would have been awesome. Obviously like I'm a huge Ricky fan, but when Windham wins, it's just like, I take it personally, like know how much he's invested in his career, and that changes his life. And so it's always awesome to have that kind of story too,
I did read that so he has a ex-teammate or roommate from college that's really good. I forget his name, but he actually called him out and flew him out to where he lives. So this guy is a member at LACC.
Oh yeah.
So he flew him out to get tips, pointers on the course, because it's a very exclusive course that not many people.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
and it's most of the majors, like even Augusta, like I've seen where Spieth and JT have gone out and done like a practice round there before the Masters, but
and that one's probably easier to get on, right?
Augusta?
Yeah.
No, it's gnarly.
No? Okay.
Yeah, like it's pretty much like billionaires exclusive, type of deal. But a lot of the majors, like they'll play that course. But LA, they haven't had a major in LA in like 70 years or something. And this course, none of those dudes play.
Yeah.
At all. So like their practice days, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they were like trying to figure the course out.
Yeah, it said Ricky actually, it was like YouTubing the course.
Yeah.
To see how they play the course, because they just don't play it. So this guy might have had a little bit of advantage by calling his buddy who's a member there and plays there all the time.
Yeah.
To get some advice and stuff. So good for him for doing that.
Right.
Being smart about it.
Yeah. But you still have to execute.
Exactly.
Right? He could have played that course for a week straight, but when it comes down to winning your first major, and on Sunday, Rory and Ricky are right there, like chasing you, like you still have to execute shots. And I think he actually played better down the stretch than any of those dudes. Like the last, 5-6 holes, he was holding it together, and that's where the pressure should have built up. Dude, he won by 1 stroke.
Yeah.
It's not like he was on cruise control coming down the stretch. It's
dude,
like,
imagine that pressure.
If you bogey 18, you're in a playoff with Rory all of a sudden, and then I don't know how it's going to go, but I would probably pick Rory, head to head. So it's like the way he just kept it together, man. It's awesome. And like I talked to Jason Day for a little bit on Sunday. He shot 9 over in the 2 days, missed the cut. And I'm like, man, the course kind of looks funky because it is weird. It's like there's drivable par 4s that dudes were getting like 7s on, just because of the way it's set up. So you can like almost drive the green, but then where you're at, like Rahm chipped out of a bunker backwards one time and then still saved par. But, Jason said the place was pure. He's like, it was a tricky layout. It was hard for a lot of us, but the place was so awesome. Yeah. And it's cool because it's an old school golf course, like old,
I heard not a lot of fans were there.
No. And they were talking about that on the Golf Channel. I guess it's a real hard place to get into. And the way the course is set up, it's really hard to get fans in the right areas, right?
Oh, okay.
Because I kept, like, when I'd watch the first tee shots, like when they announced the names, like they'd announce Rory and like the, volunteers were like the only people clapping. And usually I could open, they have the big stadium style seating for the first tee and the whole crowd claps for you. So it was kind of a trip. It almost seemed like the vibe was off. And that's even what the commentators were saying. They're like, man, it just didn't have a vibe to it. But as far as just straight golf, it was pretty bitchy,
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, it seemed like they had a lot of cool events and a lot of cool stuff around that, and not so much like at the actual course for the fans to be there, like I said. But it seemed like they did you know, it's LA. They're gonna have celebrities out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw some stats on the course. So no celebrity is allowed there as far as like have a membership.
Yeah.
You can't take photos or video or anything and post it on social media. You get like 1,000-page rule book once you join. So it's a pretty crazy thing that they do at this course. Like none of these top pros really ever played it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's weird. Just kind of like that super exclusive club, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like golf is, like we always talk about it, golf's so weird like that. Like Augusta, you know, they have like, I don't think you can use your phone at Augusta. They have like certain like areas you like have to stay off because they don't want to get it trampled down or whatever. And I can't remember, I don't know if it was LA Country Club or what, but me and Bubs heard that like you can't change your golf shoes in the parking lot.
Yeah, that's an LA one.
Yeah, you have to like go into the locker room. And it's
no
weird.
Shorts, nothing.
Yeah, and it's just weird because golf is kind of still stuck in like the 20s and 30s of like the exclusive gentleman's rule, you know. And but I like it, you know. I think it's cool that some clubs are hanging on to more of like the old school tradition, you know. And but it's like weird. It's like at Augusta, how come you can't take pictures and post them?
Yeah,
this course you can't, you know. It's like
it's kind of cool if you're at that status and you're able to join that club.
Yeah,
so that's really cool, and I get that. But you know,
dude, you know,
98% of the population is never going to be able to do that.
Yeah,
so
yeah, and it's gnarly too, like how these clubs run. I don't like know if, because like in Augusta, I think they max out their members, right? And they don't want no more, which is cool because that's the play. But it's like you're a billionaire and you want to be a member and you can't even get on. Martis Camp up here in Tahoe, like the Apple dude lives up there. A bunch of like huge like tech dudes live up there, and they only only have 300 members, but they have 600 home sites. So it's like, picture you're like a multi-millionaire and you want to move to this bitchin' trucky golf course, you know, in golf, and like they're on a waiting list to become a member there. So like until someone drops out of it, they can't get on.
Yeah. Well, fucking old buddy just dies.
Yeah.
You get a spot.
Yeah, you get a spot. And it's weird too to me because like these rich dudes are probably there 2 or 3, like they're not probably there in the winter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't get why like they vacation everywhere and this and that. So it's like, why would you like, when I played there, I saw like 5 people. When I played Clear Creek, I saw 2 people the whole day.
That's what's funny about that rule. Like you say, like get off certain areas and stuff, you know, for traffic, trampling the area. Dude, you have no one playing.
I know. Yeah. It's like,
that shouldn't matter.
Yeah. Like the courses are pure. There's no one playing, but we're going to limit memberships. And that's when you know there's just stupid money out there.
Yeah.
Like some dude doesn't care. That's what he wants. Like there's I think Silverleaf in Scottsdale, where Pat Perez, John Rahm, those dudes are all members there. That dude like fired members because it was getting too big. And I guess he's like a billionaire. I can't remember what he did, but I was talking to Pat and he's like, dude, the dude shows up in like basketball shorts and Jordans with his cart blasting music, the owner of the club.
Yeah. He's
just some kind of more youngish dude that somehow came across money. But he like, once he took it over, and this course is like pure, I think it's $450,000 membership. And yeah, he started clipping everyone. Yeah, like obviously not the PGA players, like that's because they have Silverleaf on their bag now and shit. So
what weirds me out, and it's kind of cool when it's a power play, and I don't know how often it happens, but say like the LA club, say Tiger goes there if he's not a member already, but he goes there and he's like, hey, I want to become a member, and it's like that's Tiger Woods, you know, and they're just like, nah, because they have the power to do that. You're like, no.
And there's dudes out there like that.
And it weirds me out that like not even one of the top golf guys like Ricky can't go there and be like, hey, can I just hop on today? Yeah. Me as owning the place, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's Ricky Fowler. He wants to practice. Of course, he's respectful. Like if anyone's going to be respectful and know what to do at a golf course, is a guy like him. Yeah. A guy like Tiger. Yeah, let him on. I know. But that doesn't happen.
But like you said, it's probably some, you know, high-end billionaires that don't give a shit about Tiger Woods, right? Like they have more money than him. So like you said, it is almost like a big dick move. They're like, no, course is closed. Yeah. Our members only. Mark Wahlberg comes in like, no, we don't give a shit about your movies. You're not on you know what I mean? They can hop on Sunridge though, anytime. Yeah. I can get them on.
Hey, all you guys out there, celebrities and all, you can't get on LA Country Club.
Sunridge.
Country Club. We could get you on for free.
Most likely for free.
Yeah, most likely. If not, then I'll pay for your golf.
Yeah, we'll get it. Yeah. I think we can afford the $50 to play it.
Yeah, but I was reading. I guess. So New York, Central Park is one of the most expensive lands I don't know if in the world or United States that's not developed or anything like that. And LA Country Club is the second, and its estimated worth is like $8 billion.
Dude, I bet.
Just for the land where it's at.
Yeah. And that's what I think I told you on the podcast the one time after Bedminster when we played Trump National there. It's like the golf courses pier, Trump LA, right on the Pacific Ocean, golf courses pier. But you look around, you're like, dude, he owns the land.
Yeah.
Like that's gnarlier to me, like to own that part of land. Like in Bedminster, it's just beautiful, like rolling green hills and stuff. I'm like I said, that's a different kind of money.
Yeah. But, these courses are established, or these parcels of lands were established back in the day where it was cheaper.
Yeah.
And then now they're worth that.
Yeah.
And you're just sitting there pretty, dude.
Yeah. God, it's crazy.
Yeah. Why can't your land here be turned into something worth money?
Look at it out there, dude.
Just look nice, dude. Your yard guys, I don't know if you guys heard them on.
Yeah,
here,
you might have heard a little background noise. We're getting a little lawnmower.
Yeah, but the yard guys were out there. Landscaping's looking nice.
Let's sell it.
Do it.
Let's move to LA.
LACC.
Dude, what if we walked in there? Yeah, you guys actually are cool. You can come in. Tiger's still standing at the door. He's like, damn it, what the hell?
The main guys, hey, I listen to the podcast.
Yeah,
you guys are good. We don't want you guys bad mouthing us.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, right.
All right, I think that's gonna be about it.
That's it. That was a good one.
Yeah,
as always.
I like the topics.
Yeah,
it's been a crazy time out there.
Yeah, it has. It's only gonna get crazier.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'm stressed about Florida. I'll text you.
I wouldn't be.
I'll text you a picture of my underwear after I'm done golfing.
You need to hop on the Instagram and post some stuff while out there.
I will.
On the boys' Instagram. Yeah.
Oh, I'll do a takeover of our own thing. Sick.
Do a takeover.
Okay.
But I only want beer drinking and women on the takeover.
And a golf swing.
I don't really care about that, but all right, you can do it.
I got feelings too,
You can do it. You can do it. But mostly women. That's what everyone wants to see. Even the women want to see women.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
I got you. All right, well, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in.
Yep. Catch us on all our social medias. That's @theboys_pod. Make sure you go subscribe to our YouTube.
Talk shit to us. We like that.
That's all we want. Talk shit to us.
Tell us we suck, dude. That's fine. I love it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. All right. Until next time. Peace.